Hey, welcome back to New World Nerds. I'm Superman Nico, and today we'll be talking about something a little different. We're going to be talking about Wrestlemania 33. And to help me out today, I got two experts.
Hey, it's Jack Attack.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm new.
Let's jump into it like it's an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Let's just pull a Jeff Hardy and throw it in there like a swanton bomb.
Yeah. So the first match we got AJ Styles versus Shane O'Mac. There was a lot of trash talk before this one, saying that Shane O'Mac can't wrestle because he's not a wrestler, and AJ Styles being a very good technical wrestler. It would be interesting to see them two match up. What did you guys think of this match?
I definitely think that this was the match that had so much creative storyline going into it and was actually able to deliver on what they said.
Yeah, Shane O'Mac's one of those people that kind of surprises you about how athletic he actually is, especially because he's a Silver Fox now. So you don't expect him to be jumping coast to coast anymore. See, like, a lot of these matches, they only worry about, like, who won and stuff. I would have liked to see AJ Styles be a little more on the up and up in this match, because he was in the beginning, which was really cool, and then he got hit twice, or he got hit with two trash cans. Mm-hmm. So I would kind of want to see a little more dominance, but I did like the match as a whole. It was very exciting, very athletic by both guys.
I think it lived up to all the hype that it got on the last few weeks of SmackDown, I think it was. They had a lot of storyline build-up. It really delivered for me. I did pick Shane. Gotta go with my heart. I was disappointed that he lost, but every time Shane wrestles for me, he always delivers.
So next up, we're just going to jump right into the next one. We got the Battle of the Best Friends. We got Kevin Owens versus the champ Chris Jericho. I really love this best friend storyline. I thought it was so funny. It was always a delight to watch them two, like, back and forth and see how much of friends they really were, and for it to turn out that they were never friends at all. This was actually a pretty good match. I didn't really like the way it ended with him just like throwing him under the ropes and then him just throwing him in there and pinning him. I thought the one finger was a good touch for Kevin Owens to be saved by that, but you know, I wanted to see a little bit more. At least you finish your man and then pin him.
Jericho's always good on the mic. He always cuts good promos. And I think Kevin Owens really does really good with the whole best friend storyline. He had one like similar to him and Jericho when it was him and Sami Zayn, I believe.
Back down in NXT.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like both of them, they actually did deliver for me. I mean, I would have wanted a more exciting match, but then again, Jericho, he's not the way he used to be, so we gotta take that into account as well.
Chip, you know what? You just made the list. Oh no!
But overall, pretty good.
So next up, we got a title match here. We got the Raw Women's Championship, a fatal four-way between Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Nia Jax. I know, Jackie, I know that you wanted to see the best friends fight each other. You wanted to see that. How do you feel that now that you know you didn't get that?
I definitely feel a little bit almost like chopped at the knees, essentially, because you know, I definitely appreciate all that they've done in the past year and a half for the women's division and everything, you know, the way they've advanced them. And so I was actually really looking forward to this match because I thought that we would get, you know, Sasha betraying Bayley because of the fact that Charlotte had been teasing it for weeks. And she's done that before. They had a similar storyline back in NXT. And so I really thought that was going to happen with Bayley because, you know, for the most part, yeah, Charlotte's a heel, but Sasha also works better as a heel too. You know, I appreciate her as a babyface, but in this kind of situation, if you want a Bayley versus Sasha 2.0, then you kind of have to push them in that direction.
I don't know. I really thought they were going to do the whole Sasha turn against Bayley thing because they had one of the best women's matches in a long time at the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, the Iron Woman match.
No, that was Respect.
That was Respect. But the one at Brooklyn, that one was actually really, really good match. Even the crowd was actually surprised at that. So I thought they were going to turn Sasha against Bayley and do that whole storyline again so they can get it up in the main roster. But I mean, I'm not upset that Bayley won. She's a good wrestler. I really like her. Except her chongo. But I think it could have been a little better if Sasha would have won because she was my pick. So
All right, here we go. We're getting to the meat of this show. The next match we got is the Raw Tag Team Championship
best
match.
match of the night.
That was the highlight.
I think this was the peak of the show. We got Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Enzo and Big Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus in a ladder match, which already sounds huge. That's already a WrestleMania match right there. And then we got the New Day, the hosts of WrestleMania, who this is pretty much the only thing they did all night, was come out to tell us that, no, this is going to be a fatal four-way. And then we were like, oh, here comes the New Day.
I even turned to you and I said, they better not enter themselves.
I was like, oh, here they come. And then they're just standing there. And then you hear the Hardy Boyz music come on. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy are back. Oh my gosh.
We literally screamed.
What a WrestleMania moment. Jeff hasn't been there for over a decade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my gosh, they've been at TNA. They were at Ring of Honor. They lost their championships at Ring of Honor the night before. And here they are invading WrestleMania. And the crowd went wild. We went wild.
Definitely.
You know, the tag teams didn't know what to do. They had no answer for Matt and Jeff Hardy. They had no answer for their twists of fate, their swanton bombs. And they came out victorious, and I thought this was great. It was just rumors. We didn't know for sure. It happened. This is one of the only matches I got wrong because I didn't know the Hardy Boyz are going to be in it, or else they would have been my pick. I give this match an A+. Like, I was excited. This one got me watching Raw the next day. Like, it was great. So great. What do you guys think?
I definitely agree with the fact that, you know, the Hardy Boyz coming in definitely upped the ante for this match. And they put on a show. They stole the show, in my opinion. And I definitely think they called it right by getting them back in there. I was left speechless.
When they came out, I was actually genuinely surprised. I mean, you couldn't hear my scream over hers.
Yeah, I screamed the loudest.
But just seeing Jeff and Matt Hardy again, man, that like got me right here. Because I didn't get into wrestling up until a few years ago, but I had known about them because they were one of the most like prominent tag teams other than Edge and Christian, basically. Oh, and the Dudley Boys at that time. But just seeing them, it made the match what it was. They're high flying, they're everything. They're just the whole package. So seeing them was actually really good for me.
The swanton bomb, breaking the ladder, was really like, yes, I needed this. Like, you got me. And then, you know, the rest of the night happened. But right here,
the twist of fate off the top of the ladder too.
All of it was great. So glad they're back. It's so great to see people come back after being in other brands and stuff like that, and see like such a warm welcome that they get. Like, I was really happy to see them back. This is probably the best match out of WrestleMania for me. Next up, Jackie, I'm gonna let you introduce this one.
Oh god.
The next match we had was the mixed tag match. John Cena and my babe right here, Nicki Bella.
Before you talk about the other team, all right, no profanity.
In my opinion, it's not just because I like Nicki, but I feel like Nicki was the one who was actually doing most of the wrestling between them two. They literally got maybe like 45 seconds total in the ring together, and it disappointed me because I expected more from her.
I feel like they kind of just brushed off the match because maybe the people up there in corporate knew that was going to happen after the match was going to happen.
Yeah.
I'll let Jackie explain that one right now. But overall...
He proposed!
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
That's what happened.
I wasn't even finished, but just let her take over.
He proposed and it was great, that's it.
All I gotta say was, where were the tears at, Nicki? Didn't seem very genuine to me, but
it was genuine. Go back and watch it on the WWE Network for $9.99.
I'm happy for them. All I gotta say was, I mean, could have thrown in a little bit more tears. I mean, you're an actor on Total Divas. Oh, wait. That's real life for you. I forgot. Congrats to the happy couple.
Yep. That's all you're going to get from us. Hop back into it. We got the King of Kings. The game. Cerebral Assassin Triple H. We got him riding in. What was he on?
He was on basically a motorcycle, but a two-seater essentially, because you gotta have the wife.
Gotta have the lady
the
up
sugar
in
mama.
the back.
Yeah.
I will say every year I am in awe with Triple H's, showmanship with his entrances.
I actually like this match. I like the way it ended. I forgot they set up a table that I forgot about, which is really cool.
Trust fall through a table.
Yeah, overall, I think Triple H still got it. There's even a sledgehammer in there. Like, it was. I really like this match. As somebody who did not like Seth Rollins when he first came out, he's actually grown on me. I rather enjoy watching him wrestle. So, and Triple H, I'm always gonna like watching him wrestle. So this was a good match. I like how Stephanie got sent through a table. So now we got the new GM that we got on Raw because she's out of commission. So yes, all around great. This was another good match.
I agree also with that. My favorite Seth Rollins was when it was him, Dean, and Roman in the Shield. All-time favorite Seth for me. And when he first debuted by himself, I really didn't like him that much. He was a heel. He didn't really sell it that much for me, but I like him more as this babyface now, I guess you could say, going against the authority, Stephanie and Triple H. And I really like him as a singles competitor now. I mean, Triple H always will be my favorite, but I think Seth did a really good job selling it, especially at the end, the table with Stephanie. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
It was a good surprise. Yeah, I definitely have to agree with their comments about the match. I generally, it's kind of hard for me to see someone who comes out of a faction as successful, considering that some wrestlers don't really have much success. But considering the way Seth Rollins has evolved, and he's kind of the person who you can't label as a babyface or a heel per se just on his own, because he's like a badass in general.
We got Bray Wyatt, the champ, versus Randy Orton, my mom's boyfriend. I think that this was also a good match. I thought the video on the canvas was a nice touch. I'd never seen that before.
It was very creative.
Definitely fits in with the creepiness that is the Wyatt family, and thought that the Randy Orton being a part of the Wyatt family was kind of cool. And but waiting for this, like in anticipation of him turning on the Wyatt family, so this was cool. I picked him basically because he won the Royal Rumble, and those people usually win the championship.
Except for Batista at WrestleMania 30.
We don't talk about it.
Randy Orton's one of my favorite wrestlers, has been ever since. Yes. Mm-hmm. And I think for me, when he joined the Wyatt family, I was a little disappointed because I feel like he didn't really need them. He's just a
good singles.
Yeah, he's a good singles competitor. Like, even if he's not at the height of his career, he still gives, he has good storylines, he still gives good performances every time he's on. But so I was happy when he actually broke away from the Wyatt family, and him winning here at WrestleMania, that just was like the cherry on top for me.
Yeah, he can sell anything that's not 12 rounds reloaded.
Yes.
Sorry, Randy, if you're watching this, don't take it out on my mom. I know you guys. I don't want to mess with your guys' relationship. So, all right, here we go. We're getting to the huge matches. These are the WWE Network subscription selling matches. We got Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. I just didn't want this match to be 30 seconds like the other two of Goldberg's matches. Did I like the way it turned out? Not really. I wanted to see Goldberg at least kick out one time or two times. That'd be kind of cool, maybe. But seeing, they got at least to trade some blows. As the night went on, the matches were taking a little bit too long, so I figured that this would be the match where they're just like, all right, let's wrap this thing up. Let's make Brock champion. This is kind of where it started to decline for me. I like when Brock Lesnar is in the main event. I don't really want him to win, but that's his persona, that's his character. So I guess they did a good job selling that. I figured Goldberg would lose because he's not a full timer.
I definitely have to agree with what you said, the fact that, they definitely did cut it short, and I would have liked to see him as well, kick out a couple times. I know, as much as I hated the Undertaker-Brock Lesnar match in WrestleMania 30, the way they had it built in that match where Undertaker kicked out several times before he was finally defeated, I thought that's, the way they were going to strategize the ending for this match. And so it did feel a little bit too forced, the fact that they ended it the way they did. But, overall, they did a good job selling, trading blows. Because one minute, Lesnar is suplexing him, giving him a bunch of Germans, like 5 times in a row, and then all of a sudden you get like a spear out of nowhere from Goldberg and then giving him a jackhammer. And they're running through the barricades together. And so that, I thought they did really good at doing the whole back and forth. It's just, they should have probably given them just a little bit more time.
So lastly, we got the last match on the card. This brought up a lot of, aggression out of everybody. We all wanted the Undertaker to win. We all wanted to see him go out in a blaze of glory. That's not necessarily what happened against Roman Reigns. His second loss at WrestleMania. Don't agree with either of these. It looks like this was Undertaker's last match, and frankly, I don't believe that this was a good way for him to go out. I've seen legends go out like at WrestleMania. I've seen Ric Flair and HBK go out on great matches. Like, these are WrestleMania matches. I've seen this happen. I felt like this was handled poorly on a person, Undertaker, who has such a storied career, one of the best wrestling characters ever, a great streak he had, and then for it to just kind of go out just go out. The way he went out, the way Roman Reigns showed him disrespect, the way that it was all kind of handled. It was just like Roman Reigns beating up the Undertaker. Yeah, we know he's old, but this is wrestling. He's the Undertaker. Yeah. He's the dead man. It killed me seeing him try and get up like he did, and then him falling out.
I was upset that they had Roman. I mean, I know they're trying to push Roman, and because he's not been getting really good crowd reactions, but I feel like they could have handled Undertaker's exit a lot better than they did. Especially, I think they try to make it HBK versus Undertaker.
Yeah. HBK Ric Flair 2.0 essentially.
They didn't do a good job of it because Roman was blatantly disrespecting the Undertaker. He wasn't trying to be I'm sorry, I don't want to do this. He was basically saying no, this is my time. But I really didn't agree with that ending. Could have gone a lot better.
And then also Roman Reigns is HBK and Undertaker on the same level. Ric Flair and HBK are on the same level. Roman Reigns is not on the same level as the Undertaker. It's just how it is. Maybe if it was Triple H again, maybe we don't want to see, but something like that. Someone who he can take out and be look, they could get up, carry each other off, something like that. Undertaker, I think, deserves something like that.
And honestly, considering the way it happened, I know a lot of us love to see Undertaker wrestle, but it probably would have been better just to have him retire last year when it was in Dallas, because that's his home state. He's from Houston. He resides in Austin. That probably would have been a better story than what they tried to, culminate with this whole Roman Reigns storyline. It was just too forced, and they didn't have a good quality work towards the end.
That was all the matches. What I'm going to do, we sent a tweet out to try and get your guys' thoughts. So I'm going to read just 2 of them off right now. All right, we got Vanquish X said, good at the start, then went through a ton of rushed matches and a few belts that shouldn't have been changed. We felt the same way that. And then we got our very own New World Gamer here. He's I thought it was an alright WrestleMania 33. Could have done a lot better towards the end, but the Hardy Boyz definitely stole the show. We all agree with that. So thank you guys for joining us. Hope you guys liked our review of WrestleMania 33. Let us know what you guys thought about all the matches. Let us know what you would rank this. Personally, I would give this 7 Swanton bombs out of 10. Okay, well, make sure to leave a like, comment, and always subscribe. Follow the channel on Twitter at NewWorldNerds. Follow me at Superman Nico.
Jack Attack at JustJackie21_.
At Kristen G 60s. Follow me. Hit me up.
Thank you guys for watching. We're trying something a little different. We're all big WWE fans here. So thank you guys for watching. Keep nerding out there, true believers.
Are you ready? Yeah, you think you can tell us what to do?